This is ENT, the Ed News Ticker for Wednesday, April 18th, 2012. And as always, I'm Kirsten Winkler.
And I'm Christopher Dawson.
So let's see some general tech stories. More potential problems with the Aakash. The Aakash tablet may be facing further delays en route to schools everywhere as data wind. Lead manufacturer of the device has sued its Hyderabad-based manufacturing partner, Quad Electronics, for allegedly signing a deal with IIT Jodhpur, the designers of the tablet. And, IIT Jodhpur and DataWind collaborators in the early stages of the Aakash project fell out over the final features of the devices DataWind turned out. So if you're interested in that story, that's over at Fast Company.
So TechCrunch is reporting that the web-based video chat service Tinychat has surpassed 20 million users and is actually profitable. Just about a year and a half ago, Tinychat only had 1 million users. The site currently sees 400,000 daily users and signs up about 50,000 new users every day. The average user now spends a good 22 minutes on the site per session, so pretty sticky.
Yeah, so watch out, Skype and the other video chat services. And then more news sort of in this section with Microsoft maybe planning a web-based Skype version. The Verge reports that Microsoft job listings say that the company is looking for new hires, quote, to help us bring the Skype experience onto the web. There's not much more information, but there have been rumors about this project a couple of months ago already.
Makes sense. Now, you can link to your Kickstarter or your Indiegogo project directly from inside a YouTube video, which is a new development reported by TechCrunch. YouTube creators can now link their video projects right to their projects on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. The company says that these crowdsourced fundraising platforms were already being used by many YouTube creators, so it want to make it easier for folks to connect their YouTube viewers to their project pages.
Yeah, that sounds good. Can imagine that working quite well for some people.
Absolutely.
All right, let's move on into your beloved K-12 space and higher ed with StraighterLine. They raised 10 million for online college education platform, and StraighterLine offers a low-cost subscription-based service that allows students to take a variety of accredited general ed courses online. And this round was led by First Mark Capital, with contributors from Citelighter Capital and existing investor Chrysalis Ventures, among others. StraighterLine will use its new capital to accelerate its outreach to colleges, employers, and students, and focus on building a viable next-gen market for credit-bearing web-based general ed courses. We'll see. I'm looking forward to hear more.
Absolutely. Schoology, and more K-12 news, has raised $6 million Series B financing from First Mark Capital. It's an online learning platform that helps teachers organize lessons and collaborate with students. Announced a $6 million Series B round of funding led by First Mark. It supplements the firm's existing education investments in companies like Newton, StraighterLine, and Lumosity.
Exactly. First Mark Capital investing apparently quite a bit. 2 stories this week.
Right.
Well, then more funding. All Things D tells us that Coursera launches with 16 million. Stanford computer science professors Daphne Koller and Andrew G., I suppose, are on leave to launch Coursera, which will offer university classes for free online in partnership with top schools. Coursera helps support its university partners in creating their own courses, which are listed under each school's brand. And, it's backed with 60 million in funding led by John Durr at Kleiner Perkins and Scott Sandel at NEA. It has no immediate plans to charge for courses or make money in other ways, which is surprising a little bit.
No immediate. The tutor announces they've secured $10 million revolving line of credit with Comerica Bank. The announcement comes on the heels of the company's $26 million Series D financing, closed on April 2nd. Comerica Bank arranged a $10 million credit facility based on Tutor's strong industry track record and anticipated growth. The new credit line will provide Tutor the flexibility required to fund its growth and execute on its strategic initiatives. So more good news for Tutor.
Which makes it a whopping $110 million for them. Although I suppose this revolving credit is a little bit different from maybe normal funding, but I mean still. So helps them build a business. And the University of the People has a new dean of the Arts and Science department. So, University of the People announced the appointment of Dr. Dalton Conley as Dean of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Conley succeeds Dr. Preeta Ram, who will remain involved with UoPeople as an advisory member of the Arts and Science Advisory Committee. And Dr. Conley is currently University Professor and Dean for the Social Sciences at NYU. And he is also a adjunct professor for community medicine at Mount Sinai School of Medicine, a research associate at the National Bureau of Economic Research and BER, and serves as a senior advisor to the UN Millennium Project. So another high-profile addition for UoPeople, and we received the press release, so that's our source.
Nice. So Google, on their own site, is noting they would like to inspire computer science students with the Computer Science Summer Institute. So going beyond their Summer of Code, Google has created the Computer Science Summer Institute. Up to 60 aspiring computer scientists will be selected to attend one of the all-expenses-paid CSSI sessions at either Google's headquarters in Mountain View, California, or Google's office in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Their first session will take place from June 24th to July 2nd, 2012. Will take place from July 22nd to August 10th.
Mm-hmm. All right. Business Wire has some news from Rosetta Stone and Lodi Unified School District. They announced a language learning program on the iPad device. Uh-huh. So, Lodi Unified School District adopted the Rosetta Stone to Tally Course HD iPad app for 2nd and 3rd grade English language learners whose language development had reached a plateau. And Lodi Unified School District is utilizing a blended learning model that combines classroom instruction with individualized independent study using the full Rosetta Stone to Tally solution, including the to Tally Course HD application. Mm-hmm.
We'll find uses for those iPads. So Citelighter partners with Cengage to turn databases into virtual note cards. So Citelighter, a browser extension for collecting notes online, is teaming up with Cengage Learning to turn paid research databases such as Questia into a stack of free virtual note cards. With Citelighter's first product, students can highlight any text on any web page and click a capture button to save it to a virtual notebook. That's via Mashable.
And sort of a story that makes one think and definitely leaves us concerned. From Reuters, the Taliban poised 150 schoolgirls to oppose female education in Afghanistan. About 150 Afghan schoolgirls were poised on Tuesday after drinking contaminated water at a high school in the country's north, officials said, blaming it on conservative radicals opposed to female education. Some of the 150 girls who suffered from headaches and vomiting were in critical condition, and while others were able to go home after treatment in hospital, the officials said. But very sad story about keeping female and definitely discouraging them from going to school and having access to education.
Absolutely. The study wants to find out how valuable users consider their personal information, and this is certainly timely, as on Mashable. Researchers at Queen Mary University in London are starting a new project aimed at finding out just how valuable information. asks volunteers to download a free Android app which feeds users basic questions such as how are you doing, where are you, and who are you with every day for 2 weeks. I think these answers will eliminate the sort of information data companies are mining from our phones. We'll see what they say. Most likely they'll all.
I could assume that they are asking a little bit more than how are you and where are you, but we'll see. I mean, at least the first stories are somewhat now conducted. So, and another story deals with some research on math and the perception bias of high school teachers against white girls. A study by two University of Texas sociologists, Catherine Regal-Crump and Melissa Humphreys, has indicated that high school teachers tend to view white female students as being weaker at math than white male students, even when test results indicate similar ability. The study is the first to show a significant perception bias against white girls. That's on Education News.
Well, we kind of gotten past that, but apparently,
also
at
as
least
well. Apparently, the old structures and mindset are still in people's heads and minds.
And that closes this episode of ENT. You'll find links to the articles we covered on EduQuest. Just go to eduquest.com/ENT2, the number 2. Also follow the EdNews Ticker on Twitter, at EdNews Ticker, to stay updated during the week. ENT will be back on Friday. Until then, have a great week, everyone.